Hey everybody, Doc Mochrie here. I recently came across my rarest item that I kind of forgot about through the years. It was sitting in storage, but I decided to pull it out and see if it still works and show it to you guys and give you some details about it.
Released in 1985, the Nintendo Entertainment System changed the entire landscape of the gaming scene in the United States. Gone were the days of pixelated, one-button, 4-bit games, and in came the days of colorful, action-filled 2-button games from the creative minds of a company in a completely different country. Needless to say, if you had an NES at the time, you were one of the coolest kids in your elementary school. While the NES was very successful in the United States, it was also successful in its home country, Japan, under the name Famicom. So successful, in fact, that they struck a deal with one of the top television producers in the entire country of Japan, Sharp, to produce a hybrid Famicom CRT television set in 1983 to a degree of success. Seeing the equal level of success in the United States with the NES, Nintendo and Sharp decided to combine their efforts and try to bring the concept over here. But the price point proved too daunting for most of the American populace, and it sold very minimal copies and was discontinued shortly thereafter. The remainder of the hybrids pawned off to various rent-a-setters throughout the United States through 1990.
All right, well here it is. Tried to clean it up, but there's only so much you could do, and you got something coming back in time from a time when you were like 9 and 10 years old and didn't really, you know, value these things as much. But I tried the best I could to clean it up. Now we're gonna find out if it works. Well, there it is, the Sharp Nintendo television. I'll give you a look at some of the features we got going on here in this ancient relic of a gaming system. Okay, the front, missing a slot, but that's where the Nintendo games go. Kind of built into the machine. It's got these 4 cheap, weak plastic legs. And there's the power and reset buttons. Volume, all the TV controls right above it. Sharp logo. Big, goofy 80s power button. Controller slots. Alright, let's check out the back. Big speaker box on each side. Stereo sound was kind of a novelty back then, as silly as it sounds. And this, as gaudy as it may look, as much of an eyesore as it may be, and as it may seem like it ruins it, but this actually kind of justifies its authenticity, because Sears pawned them off the Rent-A-Center. That's how I stumbled upon it as a young child. The back's a little worn out. There's some of the details, model number. And you just got a little RF switch, no composite, because the composites are built inside. Officially licensed by Nintendo. That's a sticker on the back to let you know. Alrighty, now let's see if this thing works. Okay, we got 2 games to test out today. Borrowed from my friend, Mark Martell. He's got his own page, the 1412 on YouTube. Check it out, he does unboxings. First on the list, one of the most fun shmups of the NES at the time. I mean, it kind of evolved quickly past that once technology moved forward, but Sky Shark's always a solid pick. Game number 2, a sequel to one of my favorite NES games. I didn't really get to play too much back in the day, because Genesis had already happened and Super Nintendo, but still seemed like a fun game. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project. So we're gonna test these out. Test out this Nintendo TV and see what happens. See if the old baby still works. Okay, power button still works. It's a good sign, but always gotta remember to have it on channel 3 on these old TVs. I used to have to play video games back in the day. Okay. Nintendo things. This is stuff we always used to have to deal with when we were growing up. To play video games, it was tough. There were times we had to do this for hours. So, it's a very patient generation. Ooh, not quite successful, but at least it's recognizing. We'll get it going. Might break out the Q-tips in a second. Yeah, there we go. see once it gets going. Real pretty good picture quality for a CRT TV. Probably the high end at the time. I mean, now, ancient relic technology is far past it, but back in '89, it was the SHIT. Okay, let's try this out. I played a lot of the second one. I beat it a few times, even without the Konami code. It was one of my favorite games growing up. This is a sequel, but I was all about Sonic the Hedgehog at that point. Kids, they're fickle, you know? We moved on quick back then. Turtles, X-Men, Power Rangers, just happened. Nope, not today, buddy. Okay. So far, so good. We're kicking ass. I'm gonna at least beat this first boss for you guys. Let's get a good look at the television situation. Still work so hard to get it going. We will get Sky Shark working. This was displayed at Sears after they weren't able to sell it. It was a nice little thing for kids to play Nintendo on, but once parents saw the price, they were out. It had a limited run. My Nintendo happened to break around that time. I only had it for about a year, maybe a year and a half. Very disappointing. Fully invested at the time. Ah! Nope, no sir. See, they had different moves back in the second one, the red guys. They had this weird little, extendo crane thing where they grabbed you with. Yeah, look, I'm got one piece of health, but still hanging in there. Oh, you can spam it with your last health. Kind of sucks, got the final fight syndrome where you use your special move, it takes away some of your health. And they didn't even really have to do this, because this was never an arcade game. Well, I guess the first one was an arcade game, but they didn't have to do it for this one. They kept the same arcade rules. Yeah. At least they let you choose the turtles in between. It still holds up, still a fun game though. I only played this briefly. My upstairs neighbor was babysitting a kid who had it, and he brought it over, and I think I got to play this level. Nothing else really beyond that, because we were all at the mercy of video rental stores at the time. I don't think anybody had this one that I could recall. You gotta watch out. Oh, you hit him. Oh, stop it. How's it not get dizzy? There we go. Old school turtle skills. Turtles the arcade game recently re-released by Arcade 1-Up. 4-player. It's always very tempting to me. It's one of the ones I want to pick up if I ever make $1 million. But yeah, they used to have that down at my local arcade back in the day. Like the late 80s-ish. But when it came out, early 90s, Turtles were huge at the time, so it's constantly mobbed. That's what this game is originally based off of, so if you ever see it in your local Walmart. Oh, dirty business. But it still holds up to this day, just as classic as the game gets. Oh, not today, buddy. Looks like I'm on my last legs of this turtle. It's okay, I got a couple lives, I can at least beat this boss for you guys. Can we try somebody else? Gotta be my man Don, he was always my top pick. Turtles 1, which was a completely different game in NES. If you ever played it, ridiculously hard. I had it when I was a kid, didn't understand how to get past a lot of the levels. But everybody bought it back then because, you know, Same thing with WrestleMania at the time. Like, people loved wrestling, so they just bought the game, even though it's ridiculous and crappy at times. The first Turtles had its charm, though. Oh, rocking them. Spoke too soon. Oh no. It's alright, we can do this. Ugh. A lot more aggressive when he's flashing. Seems like the same one from the Turtles 2, the arcade game. The first level. They just put the boss on a pier. Oh, rock steady. Okay, that was first level. Everything running pretty well. Good sign. Okay. Let's see if we can get Sky Shark running now. Hopefully the luck doesn't run out. Alright, on to game number 2. Let's test it out, see how it works. Made it through a level of Turtles, so we're going to try a shmup and see how good it looks with a fast-paced game. Little game by the name of Sky Shark. If you never played it, very enjoyable as far as shmups on the NES go. Just don't accidentally shoot the bombs like I just did. So you can see the sound, even though they didn't really have a whole lot of stereo sound, but it was built into this one. A lot of mono sound for NES games. So definitely gave the sound some pop when you played them. Ooh. Shmups never mess around. Okay, I gotta pay attention here. Stop embarrassing myself. They give you a lot of lives though, at least. I don't even know what I got hit by. There we go. A little better. Throwing me more bombs though, so keep my distance. Well, that was Sky Shark, folks. Short and sweet. Well, everybody, that was Doc Mochrie's rarest item, the Shark Nintendo television. I'll show you how much it's worth now. I'm going for on eBay. It kind of caught me by surprise because when I first put it into storage, it was worth like $5, and then I pulled it out, and well, you'll see. But anyway, hope you guys can share what you got as your rarest gaming item in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe on all my platforms. I'm on Doc Mochrie on YouTube, Doc Mochrie Gaming on Facebook, and Doc Mochrie Gaming on Twitch. Occasionally I'll do some streams for you, so check it out, and I'll catch you on the next video.